So morning everybody, great to see you all again. Well, it's actually my evening. I've just arrived in the Lake District and I'm lucky enough to be here for 4 days. I've got a workshop for a couple of days, but I've got some time on my own for tonight and all day tomorrow. So I'm hoping to get a couple of videos in, do some amazing photography, because I think the conditions are going to be quite interesting. It looks like it's going to be really rainy, but with the slight colour we've got in the autumn leaves at the moment, or the pre-autumn leaves, it's just starting to show that I'm really excited about getting something quite special. And I'm at a place called Homefell, which is without doubt one of the most beautiful areas in the Lake District. So I'm going to scout it out a little bit this evening. The light's quite flat, and if I don't get anything I'm not bothered, but I'm just going to enjoy it. Okay.
It's a hard thing to know that your soul will stay hollow.
So as you can see behind me, the clouds are really dramatic. And I've got to the top and I've had a look around, but it's so flat, the light's so flat. So I can probably take something with the clouds, maybe go a bit closer in. But you know what, I don't know if I really want to take any photos. I'm just really enjoying just walking around, so we're not going to stop this video now because I've only just started it, but I think most of this video is going to be about tomorrow and what I get tomorrow, because I've had a play with my drone, which was good fun. I've watched the kestrel over there catch some prey, and I just want to just chill out now. So I'm going to switch the video off, walk back down. I'm probably not going to take any photos. Yeah, some days it's just best just to chill out. Ugh. Now where's that banana?
It's a hard thing to know that your soul will stay hollow.
Right, so it's the next morning now, and as you can see, the weather's not fantastic. In fact, it's absolutely horrendous. If you just look over here, I don't want to turn my lens that much that way, otherwise it'll just go bleh. But anyway, it's still good when it's raining like this. If you can find some woodland and sort of get a little bit of shelter, then you can see by these rocks here, it can bring out a real saturation. So I'm going to go a bit lower around Ullswater, try and walk through some woodland and see what we can find. Ugh. So I've dropped down by the lake now, as you can see, and it's totally changed. And just over there is this amazing sort of mist that's just clearing from the lake, and this little island that's being revealed. So I grabbed a quick shot, and I'll show you the composition in a minute. I'll turn the camera around, but the rain's still coming in from that direction. But it changed so quickly. So I'm quite hopeful. In fact, now there's just some light on the fells as well, so the light's changing all the time. Days like this are really good because you can shoot all the way through the day because the light's just changing and there's mist clearing. And it's one of the great things in the Lake District that you don't necessarily have to have just the shoots at the sunrise and sunset. Oh, it really is, and it's quite warm as well. So yeah, I'm having a great day so far, and it's still only about 9:30. So it's often a really good idea in conditions like this where everything's changing a lot and you just want to pick out details in the landscape to put a long lens on. So I've got my 50-140 FUJI lens on, which is equivalent to about 70-200 full frame, and you can just see this island in the background here on Ullswater, and the light's just changing all the time, but I by using this long lens I can just pick out the details, and it just looks so stunning. So at the moment I've got a time lapse running, so you'll be able to see, before I show you a photo, I'll show you the time lapse as well, so you can just see how much the conditions change as the mist comes over and the light just comes onto the land. It really is beautiful.
Can you love me again? Can things ever be the same? All I do is see things slipping through my fingers when he turns and walks away. Yes, there he goes.
So I'm going up Helm Crag, which is a small hill in the lakes. I've actually never been up it before, so I'm quite excited about it. Hopefully there's going to be some good light this evening. I'm whacked though. Luckily it's only about 400 metres, so it shouldn't be too difficult. And I'm getting there well nice and early really, so I should have 2 or 3 hours when I get to the top. Ideally I'd like a little bit more, but it's still easy enough time. Yeah, that's all I've got to say really. So let's go.
I know it is not enough to say I'm sorry. Didn't beg him to stay.
Oh, it's windy.
So there we go.
I hope I can fly my drone when I get to the top. Anyway, I'm about halfway up now. This is gives you a good sort of idea of what it's like in the Lake District on the fells. Quite sort of barren, quite a lot of fern. As you can see, it's just dying out at the moment. And you know, just lots of rivers. It's been raining recently, so they're quite in full flow. I love it. It's just such a beautiful part of the country. Oh wow. Anyway, can't stop, gotta keep going. I've just left my camera down there recording. I'm just going to have a look up here. There's some really amazing rock formations, and for such an accessible ridge that's probably about an hour's walk from the valley, it is spectacular. Really spectacular. So, just need to climb up here. Whew. Yeah. Wow, this is really amazing. It's going to be some great 360 views around here. Well, it's definitely worth bringing my camera up here.
There we go. There we go.
Okay, so it's quite scary on top of here now because it's so windy. But what a stunning place. Don't lose my hat. Don't want to lose my hat. What an amazing place. The views, as you can see, in every direction are just incredible. So I've got a few hours now, so I'm going to try and set something up, probably looking down in that direction, which you'll see in a minute, which is towards can't hear anything I'm saying there probably, so probably towards behind me there. As you can see behind me, there's a really nice lake. If you can't hear me, I'm really sorry because it's so windy at the moment, but it's so stunning, so stunning. What a place. Okay, I'm gonna land my drone, set my camera up, try and find some compositions, and try not to lose my hat. Okay, here we go. Whew. Right, see if I can get down from here. Oh. Oh. Wow, so amazing, so amazing. So I'm going to go down here and see what I can find. Just having a bit of a rest from the wind behind this big rock that you just saw me on top of probably. And I've scouted, there's so many compositions here. So I want to include this big rock, so I think it looks pretty good. So I'm probably going to shoot in that direction, and the sun's sort of setting in that direction, so it'll sort of, hopefully I'll get some good conditions that are just going to get some good light on the mountains over there. This tree here actually looks pretty good as well, but it's only had sun on it for just a brief moment of time, and I got a phone shot, which I'll show now, but I'm hoping I'm going to be able to get a shot in my camera as well. I have to admit, it's been the first time I've been up here, it's been a little bit hectic, so I've decided just to slow things down a little bit. I'm going to just choose two compositions that are quite close to each other. When the light goes a little bit lower, I'll then choose one or the other and commit to it. I've also done an amateur mistake as well, where I've not charged one of my batteries that I thought was charged, so I've only got one battery left, so I've got to be a little bit careful, but it should be enough. But yeah, it's so beautiful. The clouds are just fantastic. Ah.
Can you love me again? Can things ever be the same?
Well, that's been a fairly hectic hour. I had a slight incident with the drone. So I wasn't flying it when that happened. The wind turned it, and the wind spun the propeller, and it sliced that hand and sliced this hand. Not nice. But anyway, that's sorted. I've just been taking some photos because the sun's come out, and I think I've got a period of probably 10 or 15 minutes now where the sun's not going to come out. So I wanted to talk a little bit about composition. Now it's difficult, I probably have to grab the camera actually, but you can see these rocks here and you can see that rock in the distance. So get up here. So what I'm trying to do is, that rock in the distance is like the anchor point, the subject, if you will. And I'm trying to use a combination of these rocks here and the diagonals on these rocks to lead to that rock, but being fairly careful about where I stand so that I get that distant mountain over there, which you probably can't see. So if I just grab, here we go. Right, let me, there we go. So if we come up here with me, so this rock here is pretty good. Yeah, so that rock. So this rock here is a good diagonal, but you've got to be higher up, because if we go higher up, then you get to see a little bit more there, and it leads you through into the distance. So what I've found is that if I stand here, then it's starting to lead it through, but if I go a little bit higher, up here, then it's looking a lot better. So it's just trying to find diagonals. There's another one over here, so if we just move over here, whew, it's windy. Right, so you can see that, just get up here, there's this one here. So this is good foreground here, and you can see it sort of leads you through to that. Anyway, you get the idea. Oh, well, I might get my camera out again, but it looks like the light isn't going to come back now. Although, having said that, on the mountain over there, there's some light. That was hard. That was a really hard shoot. I really feel like I've just not followed the real basic principle of just sticking with one composition there. I kept jumping from one composition to the other, and I don't think it's going to work. I think I've probably got some okay photos, but nothing amazing. I should have got something really good tonight. But still been good to be up here. And that's what it's like. Sometimes landscape photography is just hard work, but it's so rewarding when you get it right. It really is. I'm going to head down now. I might stop again. There's the lake that you can probably just see there, and there's a river coming down from it, which I think looks good. And if we just get some better light and get some better reflected light on that lake, it could be good. Okay, anyway, thanks ever so much for watching, and until next Sunday. Actually, not quite goodbye. So I wanted to talk about this video and the photos that I took in this video just a little bit, because it was fairly hectic. I'd originally gone to the Lake District to plan to do 2 videos over sort of a 24-hour period. I wanted to do one in the evening of the night before, but the light was just poor. I really didn't feel like doing it, so I just didn't get any photos, so there was just no point doing a video. So I thought I'd roll it all up into a 24-hour video, basically. And my plan was to sort of say, at this time, this is where I was, and these are the photos that I was taking. But sometimes it just doesn't work. The story was okay, but most importantly, I just wasn't happy with my photos. And I think what happened was, I knew I was going to have a good opportunity to get some good photos when I went up Helm Crag at the end of the day. And what happened was, I just tried to do too many things. Now, I had a new drone. So I had the Mavic 2, and I was obviously quite excited about that. I wanted to fly that. I mentioned it a few times in my actual video. And the problem was, whenever there was really good light, I was flying my drone, and I was just ultimately trying to do too many things. It's really difficult doing videos anyway, but when you're trying to understand some settings on a new drone and you're trying to concentrate on that and then do the video and try and get some good photos, then it just doesn't work. Usually the photos come first, so I try and get as good photos as I can and then do some video recording around that. Or I get to a location and try and get the photos first, because I feel that they're the thing that drives all my content, really. Obviously, if I don't get good photos, then I think the content falls down a little bit. Although I'm always, open to say if I haven't got good photos, and I try and explain why that is. But I was a little bit disappointed because I just hadn't got the photos that I felt that location, the light in that location deserved. However, I did get a couple of good drone photos, so here they are. I experimented a little bit with my drone, and I think it's going to be an amazing tool. My other drone was good at doing video and getting good B-roll for my videos, but could never really take good photos because it was not very good in low light. But this sensor is obviously a lot bigger, and I think the photos are just really good, and I think they're going to print really well. Okay, the other thing I wanted to do is show you a photo as I was walking down at the end of the day. So this photo, I'm just not sure about it. The idea was there was this line of river from the lake at the top, and I'd seen it throughout the evening be up there, and I was just waiting for the right light, and I think I did probably get the right type of light, but I'm not 100% sure about the photo again. I think I rushed it a little bit. It's quite good. The lighting's amazing, so I was quite pleased with it. I thought I'd show it anyway. And then the other thing was, this was my favourite photo, if I just get it. So this was my favourite photo here of the trip. So it was taken that morning when the light was, and rain really was amazing. I was just so pleased with this photo, and it looks so much better printed than it does on the screen. I printed it on this, which is just a very light textured photo speed paper, which is the NST Bright White. But I also printed it on this paper, which has got a slight texture to it as well. And I think they both look quite good, actually. I think I actually prefer, in this case, I thought it looked better on the textured one, but I think I prefer the one that's just on the NST Bright White. So the lesson to learn is try and not do so many things. I think it's important to not try and take a lot of compositions. In my case, I'm trying to do video and take photo, and I was trying to fly a new drone, and that ultimately had a big impact on my photography. And I was in a new location as well. So, the mistake that most people make is going to a new location and trying to take lots of photos. So what I'd say is, if you go into a new location, try and spend a bit of time there, and then just try and concentrate on 1 or 2 compositions. And I think you will find that you'll get better images. On that, I'll leave it. So until next Sunday, bye.